top two things that they're prioritizing are practical layouts, something that can serve their needs, and let's say affordability rather than spaciousness.
Hi, I'm Sarah Forster, news editor here at The National, and welcome to this week's edition of A Closer Look. Now, there is one topic that is always popular with our readers and our viewers, and that is Dubai property prices. Now, we've got a treat for you this week. We're going to look at some trends, and for that, I've brought in our reporter, Hala Nasar, and she joins me now. Hala, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So essentially, in a nutshell, the crux of the issue is that all the new builds here in Dubai, the new houses, they're getting smaller, but they're not getting cheaper.
No, yeah.
Tell us why.
Okay, there are a few factors here at play. First of all, there is the UAE's plan for sustainability by 2050 that's kind of pushing developers to build smaller houses that are more sustainable. This is making, with the rising land costs, this is playing a part here. And then there's also, after the coronavirus pandemic, a huge surge of people came into the country. So last year alone, 100,000 new arrivals came into the UAE.
Yeah.
This is obviously making, the property market a bit popular, especially with people wanting to become homeowners more often now. This is increasing land prices and property prices, especially in areas that are more desirable and have more facilities that are important to people.
Because, I mean, the way the UAE handled the coronavirus made it a very popular destination for people to come and live here. So there is a huge influx. Now, I remember when I first moved to the UAE 8 years ago, and people would say to me, you can have a big house, but you've got to go out into the desert. But now we're noticing that even the houses out into the desert are still being built fairly compactly. So, I'm comparing my experience there from 8 years ago. Can you give me a sort of an example of a change?
Yes. So you see, after, let's say, the 2008 financial crisis, there was a huge shift in the sort of, in how houses look like and how big and small they are. In 2008, you could get like a 2,000 square foot home, or 1,500 for one bedroom. But now, one bedrooms are about 500 square foot only. And the price per square foot increased as well. So right now it's more than 1,400, about 2,000, when, a few years ago was much less than that. So there is a definite shift, and a drastic one.
So that's a shift in the sizes of the properties being
definitely
built. And what about the cost per square footage?
Yes. So let's say now a one bedroom home, while it was about 1,500 square foot, now it's 500 square foot. Let's say a bigger home, average price per square foot was, let's say, about 900, 1,000 dirhams. Now it's 1,500 dirhams per square foot.
So say you've just moved to the UAE and you're in Dubai and you're looking for a house, or you already have a house but you want to upgrade or downgrade or whatever. What are home hunters looking for when they are seeing these sort of smaller houses? What are they prioritizing? What's important to them?
I think the top two things that they're prioritizing are practical layouts, something that can serve their needs, and let's say affordability rather than spaciousness. Because one, a smaller house gives you cheaper utility prices.
I was going to say your AC bill will be much lower.
Yes, AC, electricity, water.
Yeah.
Your bills are going to be cheaper. And a practical house, while it's affordable, is better for people than a spacious house that is much more expensive, especially if they're looking to buy in a desirable area. So that's what developers are sort of focusing on right now, making houses smaller in desirable areas rather than cheaper, because people are wanting them.
That makes sense. They always say location is the most important thing when you're buying a house, not necessarily the size of the house itself.
Yes.
So what obstacles are people coming across when they are out house hunting at the moment?
Okay, so there's the idea that people are not finding what they're looking for because there's a huge surge of people in the last couple of years coming into the country. And then there's the idea of putting down large deposits for a house that you're about to buy. Some people, that doesn't match their economic and financial conditions. Besides that, there is a few fees that they consider like admin fees, the DLD fees, the trustee fees, and all of these fees, you know, according to many real estate agents, they just end up counting up to about 50,000 dirhams. That's different from the price of the property. So that alone is, you know, considerable for people.
And then there's agent fees, and then there's, there's a lot
so many fees.
So, you know, as journalists, we love looking at trends. We love the old data journalism here. So if we were to compare from now to, you know, 10, 20 years ago, whatever, what changes are we seeing?
Right. So I think the main thing is anticipating the amount of people coming into the country. We're anticipating about 100,000 to 150,000 people every year. So that's a lot of people. And so a lot of houses are expected to be sold or built. But I think a really crazy statistics that I came across is that last year in 2023, 44,000 homes were sold in Dubai. But in comparison, for like 2012, that's about a decade ago, only 4,000 homes were sold in Dubai then. So the difference, 4,000 homes, 44,000 homes in 10 years is major.
So check back in with us in 2034.
Yeah, I'll call you up and give you a statistic.
We'll tell you how many homes. I mean, it'll be like 100,000 homes. Amazing, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming down to chat.
Thanks for having me. It was wonderful.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of A Closer Look. Thank you so much for joining us right here in our newsroom in Abu Dhabi. Don't forget, all of our previous episodes can be found on our YouTube channel.